WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Quentin Smith. During last year's statewide elections, many candidates highlighted education in their campaigns. Now, as the legislature is making laws and working on the budget, teachers and parents groups are making sure that lawmakers walk the walk. Courtney Ann Jackson has the latest from the state capitol.
These advocates are reminding lawmakers not to forget public schools this session after many candidates made it a campaign focus last year.
It's just a time to put the money where your conversation has been.
They're praising the work being done to provide for teacher pay raises and looking at other ways to combat the teacher shortage.
We're looking at changing the criteria, the qualifications for to become a teacher. And I think once we get that in place, I think that it will really, we're talking about 400 or 500 teachers to become eligible immediately according to some of the persons in the profession.
Meanwhile, other public education advocates are watching legislation that could change the number of students receiving education scholarship accounts. Those dollars are directed to private schools where the parents believe their students' special needs are better met. Allison Talley's daughter has Down syndrome, and she's fighting to keep the program intact.
If we were to lose that, we would be starting all over, and every other family would be too. And my fear is that families would give up, and that's a tragedy to families who really need a lot of help with their special needs children.
Groups like the Parents Campaign say the program needs to be tightened to provide more accountability. But Talley worries that it will be tightened to the point that families would effectively be cut out of the program.
We can't let the children who need these services now suffer any longer than they already have.
Senator Sally Norwood would rather see all of that money directed into public school.
Let's back up and look at this and invest the money with the public schools and hold the public schools accountable.
Courtney Ann Jackson, WCBI News.
Alabama Governor Kay Ivey came to get an up-close look at the workforce training at the Pickens County College and Career Center in Carrollton today. The governor is helping to raise awareness about the emphasis on creating strong career paths for students as alternatives to a four-year degree. The Pickens County Career Center works to develop strong programs and partnerships with local community colleges, businesses, and industry.
We're super excited to have the governor come with us today. We are very excited about having her being a part of her workforce initiative. We look forward to helping turn out future students that will help support business and industry in the state of Alabama and provide the workers that we need to continue to have a growing economy here in Alabama.
Earlier this month, President Trump proposed a $900 million increase in career technical education to teach skills and trades. Well, they may not have been in the classroom today, but some of the best and brightest students from all across the state are being tested. Mississippi University for Women is hosting the Future Business Leaders of America Phi Beta Lambda State Leadership Conference. Nearly 150 students are competing in more than 50 business, legal, and leadership-oriented competitions. The top two finishers in each competition will go on to compete in nationals this summer. University leaders say the conference helps students develop their networking skills and gives them a glimpse into the business world.
If they're the #1 student in the state in principles of marketing, then that looks wonderful when they're going out into a job interview. They're adding those to their resumes. They're saying, not only do I have the degree, but I've been proven that I'm good at this job, that I'm good in this field, and things like that.
It gets you to know the students from other colleges, to let you network. It also allows you to create bonds that last for a lifetime throughout the state of Mississippi. It provides you connections, especially coming toward jobs and so forth. If you want to put your email out there or your face out there with other individuals, you'll have a wider range throughout the state of Mississippi of connections you can make to advance your career.
The conference will wrap up with an award ceremony on Friday.
We had some rain across the area earlier today. All of that has now pushed out, leaving behind much colder air. 41 the current number in Columbus, down to 39 already in Starkville. But with those breezy winds that we've been experiencing all through the day today, it's making things feel a lot cooler out there. Here's the time lapse from Louisville from the Alpha Insurance Camera Network. You see just a little bit of blue sky there, generally cloudy, breezy, and cold through the day. And that's going to continue overnight tonight as well. Wake up temperatures by 6 a.m. down into the upper 20s, feeling like the mid 20s, but plenty of sunshine for tomorrow. I'll get that full forecast for you coming up in just a little bit.
A gunman opened fire at the Molson Coors Brewing Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this afternoon, killing 5 people. Police say the shooter, who was an active employee at the company, apparently also killed himself. CBS's Nancy Chen has the latest.
A gunman opened fire at the Molson Coors Brewing Company campus in Milwaukee.
Officers located the suspect, a 51-year-old Milwaukee man, deceased from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. At this time, we have located 5 additional deceased adult victims. The victims all worked at Molson Coors.
The latest U.S. mass shooting erupted Wednesday afternoon at the sprawling complex.
They thought they were going to go to work, finish their day, and return to their families. They didn't, and tragically, they never will.
During a news conference about coronavirus, President Trump spoke about the Milwaukee victims.
Our hearts break for them and their loved ones. We send our condolences. We'll be with them.
Many details remained unclear. As officers put on tactical gear, employees were warned by email to find a safe place to hide. Neighboring schools went on lockdown.
All of us were just kind of in shock because we didn't know what was going on.
Police said the crime scene remained fluid, but there was no longer an active threat. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
Now, police did not release the shooter's identity and said the victims' names will not be released until all notifications are made. And turning our attention over to weather, Trevor, it's that time to reveal who was nominated for tonight's Forecast.
Well, Quentin, tonight on the Emerson Animal Hospital Forecast, we've got a pet that is ready for the cold. Take a look at Oscar. If you look closely, he's got a scarf and some little mittens on his feet. And if you're headed out the door, you might want to dress like Oscar tomorrow morning. Temperatures down into the 20s, but lots of sunshine, getting up into the 40s by the afternoon. I'll break down that full 7-day forecast for you coming up right after this.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Well, a cold day has turned into a cold night. Temperatures getting down into the low 40s, upper 30s already in some spots. But as we saw earlier today, really not much on the radar. We are monitoring, though, a couple spots up into the northern portion of the area. The radar indicating that this is falling as rain right now through portions of northern Lamar County, western Marion County, through portions of Itawamba County. But I've got a sneaking suspicion that some of this could be falling as maybe a little bit of snow flurries or a little bit of sleet. So if you're seeing some of this precipitation out there right now, hit us up on social media and let us know exactly what you're seeing, because the radar's kind of having a hard time with it. We're going to throw that in the forecast, though. Overnight tonight, potential for a few sprinkles or flurries across the area. Nothing serious. Kids, if you're watching, do your homework tomorrow. It's not going to be a winter storm overnight tonight, but you might see a couple of flurries out there. 29 for the low. With those clouds moving out, it's going to help us to cool way down by early tomorrow morning. Even by 9 a.m., still feeling pretty cold. 37 for our temperature in Columbus, 36 in Tupelo, 35 in Corinth. But notice, plenty of sunshine all across the area. Nothing showing up on Futurecast. I think by lunchtime we could see a couple of clouds filter in here, but I will call it mostly sunny through the day. It's not going to help our temperatures much, though. 43 for the afternoon in Columbus, really only getting up into the upper 40s to near 50 in many spots. And we're still going to be dealing with a wind chill tomorrow, so feeling like the 40s through much of the day, but we are going to stay mostly sunny and staying mostly clear into the evening. 42 in Columbus by 6 o'clock tomorrow. And for the next 3 days, really plenty of nice weather, mostly sunny for those Thursday and Saturday, maybe a few clouds on Friday. Generally, though, I think we're going to see lots of blue sky over the next few days. No weather to worry about, at least until next week. We are tracking our next storm system. That's going to come through here Tuesday and Wednesday, and indications are right now that we might have just enough storm energy or juice for the storms around here that we could see some strong to severe storms across the area. And if we throw on Futurecast, you can see we are painting a line of storms rolling through here overnight Thursday, or overnight Tuesday, I should say, into Wednesday. So lots of time for stuff to change. But we do want to give you that first alert and give you the heads up. Of course, we'll give you the latest forecast and information on the WCBI mobile app, and we'll also send you a weather alert to your phone if one is issued for your location. So again, great weather for the next few days. Perfect weekend. Temperatures in the 60s. The chance for storms, though, Tuesday night into early Wednesday.
Trevor, I was smiling during your entire weathercast because we finally get some sunshine.
It feels like I haven't clicked that sunny icon in quite a while.
Long time.
It felt really good.
We got to take full advantage of these next few days. Thank you so much, Trevor. Well, as Trevor just mentioned, temperatures are expected to drop tonight, which means the Columbus shelter is reopening The shelter will be in the Scout Hut building right next to the farmers market. It'll be open from 5 p.m. until 8 a.m. both today and tomorrow. The shelter can accommodate roughly 40 people. A Starkville company is helping flood victims in the Jackson area. Southwire is holding a disaster relief drive to benefit families and individuals who may be displaced because of the floods. The company has a trailer set up in the Walmart Supercenter parking lot in Starkville. They're accepting donations of items such as non-perishable food, water, hygiene products, and cleaning supplies. You can drop off your donations between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. through Friday. As fears of a coronavirus pandemic spread, the White House announces a plan of action. We'll have a closer look when we come back. Welcome back. When you've had a heart attack or other coronary event, the recovery process, it's very important. In tonight's Health Talk with the Baptist, we learn what to expect from cardiac rehab.
Hi, I'm Kayla Pruitt, Director of Cardiovascular Services at Baptist Memorial Hospital, Golden Triangle. Tonight we will discuss what cardiac rehab offers to those who have suffered a cardiac event. When you begin cardiac rehab, you will receive an assessment of your personal risk factors for heart and blood vessel disease. Initial tests can include an EKG, cardiac imaging test, and a treadmill or stationary bike exercise test. You may also have tests to measure your cholesterol and blood sugar levels. Education and support to make healthy lifestyle changes such as maintaining a healthy weight, maintaining heart-healthy eating, avoiding tobacco and environmental smoke. You will be instructed on how to begin and maintain a personalized exercise plan that works for you and how to monitor and take better control of your blood pressure, lipids, cholesterol, and diabetes. You may also receive psychological stress assessment and counseling, an opportunity to meet and share stories with other patients like you, improve communication with your doctor and other healthcare providers about your progress following your cardiac event. Baptist Golden Triangle offers a certified cardiac rehab program to help you in your recovery from a cardiac event. Tonight we have discussed what a cardiac rehab program has to offer. Join us next time for Health Talk with Baptist when we will discuss the benefits of cardiac rehab.
Mail your topic suggestions to healthtalk@wcbi.com. Health Talk has been brought to you by Baptist Memorial Hospital, Golden Triangle.
President Trump has announced a point person for the administration's response to the growing global coronavirus outbreak. There are now more than 80,000 cases worldwide, including the first confirmed case in South America. Federal health officials say while the outbreak is currently contained here in the United States, we should still be prepared for a pandemic. CBS's Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
President Trump had all hands on deck, gathering his top officials to lay out a plan to combat the spread of the coronavirus.
I'm going to be putting our Vice President, Mike Pence, in charge. And Mike will be working with the professionals, doctors, and everybody else.
We will continue to bring the full resources of the federal government in coordination with our state and local partners to see to the health and well-being and to the effective response to the coronavirus here in the United States of America.
The Trump administration is asking for $2.5 billion to fight the spread of the outbreak.
Some Republicans would like us to get 4, and some Democrats would like us to get 8.5. And we'll be satisfied whatever it is.
Senior White House officials tell CBS News the president is taking over messaging to prevent the stock market from tumbling further.
I think the stock market will recover. The economy is very strong.
After opening higher, the Dow Jones moved into negative territory in the early afternoon following huge losses Monday and Tuesday. The outbreak continues to spread outside China. Brazil reported its first case in South America, a man who recently returned from Italy. That country is now reporting about 350 cases, prompting the U.S. State Department to issue a travel advisory, asking U.S. citizens to exercise increased caution when traveling there. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Officials at the National Institutes of Health say a vaccine is about 1.5 years away. They also say there are now 15 cases confirmed here in the U.S., plus 3 Americans repatriated from China and 42 Americans who were evacuated from the Diamond Princess cruise ship in Japan. The Heritage Academy Patriots are making the trip to Clinton for the MAIS tournament. Highlights from the Patriots battle this afternoon coming up next in sports.
The 2020 season seemed to be going so well for the 6th-ranked Diamond Dogs. Mississippi State had only had one loss against a ranked team coming into this week until last night, where the Dogs lost to a winless Texas Southern squad. In less than 24 hours, the Dogs were back at the Dude looking for redemption against Alcorn State. Let's get to Duty Noble. Bulldogs in need of a bounce-back victory, taking on in-state foe Alcorn State. Dogs on the board first. Second baseman Justin Foscue grounds to short. Braves unable to turn two. Shortstop Jordan Westberg scores. It's 1-0 MSU. Braves tie it up in the second. DH Hunter Wilson tattoos this one. That's out into center field and over the wall. It's out of here. A solo home run ties it all up at 1 in the second. Bottom of the second inning, left fielder Brad Cumbus returns the favor with this solo homer. His first of the season gives the Bulldogs a 2-1 lead. Moving into the third inning, the Bulldogs open it up. Houston native DH Luke Hancock delivers with an RBI double. The base is loaded, so Westberg and right fielder Tanner Allen come home to score. Bottom of the seventh, State blows the game wide open. Center fielder Rowdy Jordan with the base hit to right. Scores catcher Logan Tanner. It's MSU 6-4. Same inning, Westberg showing no mercy. The 2-run bomb to right center field. Jordan and Westberg come home to score. The Bulldogs go up 8-4 and never look back. The Bulldogs coming away with the 8-4 victory against Alcorn State. Here's MSU head coach Chris Lemonis after the game.
We got really good players, just sometimes this game plays you a little tough, and so we had to fight through it. I think we learned a lot about our team in a 24-hour period, because when we left here last night, very disappointing, but it was good to see them fight back.
You can kind of take a sigh of relief, I think. You know, we put yesterday's loss behind us and we moved on to today, and even though we didn't play our best baseball, we still got to win. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
We had to get back to the ballpark and play another game today, and I think the main thing going through my mind was just get out there and put my best foot forward for these guys.
Some JUCO action. EMCC looking to advance in the MACJC finals. Early first quarter, guard Tia Daniels to former West Point forward Amaya Rush for 3. It's 5-1 Lions. Couple plays later, the Lions break guard Ty Metcalf with the Euro step and the finish off the glass. It's 9-1 Lions and 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Metcalf again, the hesitation move, pulls up for the jumper. Lions take a 16-4 lead, and EMCC goes on to get the dub. Lions 62, Southwest 53. Lions advance to the championship game on Thursday. In more JUCO action, the ICC women taking on 10th-ranked Jones in the MACJC semis. Started the fourth quarter, Indians trailing by 11. Freshman guard Zier Burgess to former Tupelo guard Sarah Freelou. Jones up 46-37, and then a few minutes later, guard Keely Wilson drives, kicks to guard Whitney Watkins for 3. 49-40 Jones. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Jones out in transition. Guard Destiny Hamer to Kiera Jones. Knocks down the deep 3. It's 61-48 Jones. The Indians unable to hang on. They fall to Jones 67-56. North half top seed Northeast taking on Hines. First half guard Jordan Johnson. The 3-ball off the pick. Hines takes a 5-0 lead. At the 15-minute mark, guard DeAnthony Tipler. The hezzy dribble, pulls up for the tray. Hines up 12-5. A few plays later, Tipler with the steal. Guard Isaac Chapman gets the loose ball. The easy one-hand slam. Hines goes up 15-7, and EMCC goes on to get the win over Hines. Eli Acker and Heritage Academy taking on Presbyterian Christian School for a trip to the MAIS semis. The future Ole Miss lineman had a monster game. 2 of his game-high 19 points here on the putback. Gets it to go. And Acker again, as Dan Patrick would say, you can't stop him, you can only contain him. Also had 10 rebounds. And Heritage goes on to get the win. 53-45.
The big fella dominates on the football field and now the basketball
court? One of those. Ole Miss tends to like those two-sport athlete guys.
They're getting a good one in him.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much, C-Rob. We'll have a last look at your forecast when we come back.
Got some really nice weather coming up for the next few days. Very nice weekend. Temperatures in the 60s with lots of sunshine. Next best chance for rain and storms Tuesday and Wednesday. Some of those could be on the strong side. Of course, we'll be here keeping an eye on it.
I'm loving the sunshine. What about you, C-Rob?
I fully enjoy it.
Yep.
Good baseball weather.
2 thumbs up.
There you go. Have a good night, everyone.